Okay, hi guys, happy Tuesday. I'm super excited to be here with you all. My name is Sydney Maurer. My light's really dark, I apologize for that. But my name is Sydney Maurer. I am the manager of the West region, and we are gonna do a call all about Barre Blend with the one and only Elise. And we seriously are so blessed to have her be a part of this and be with us and just come train us on all things Barre program. I was lucky enough to actually do the program at leadership, and it kicked my butt. I was so sore. So I'm ready. I have my pen, I have my notepad out, so make sure you guys have it as well. Ask questions in the chat thread as we go along, and I'll try to ask a few at the end. But before we get to Elise, let's shout out the coaches we have on the call. We have a lot of amazing teams on this call today. We have Allie Upfam, we have Megan Blinka, we have Julie Boris, Danny Detra, Daniela Sanchez, Jess Dukes, and Jessica Griffin. All of your amazing teams are here on the call, and we are so excited to have you. I made you guys all co-hosts, so if you guys want to take yourself off mute and say a little something, this is your time now. Anybody want to?
I mean, I could take myself off mute, but we've got kids screaming all over the place. But we are so excited. Guys, Elise is like, her personality is so contagious. It's like infectious. And we're just, I know Team Together Fit super excited for this tonight.
Awesome. Yes, I'm so excited for you guys to be on too.
Also feeding my kids right now. So I'm in the kitchen. But we are very, very excited to do this call with her. I met her at leadership, and she was a sweetheart, and she kicked her butt, literally. I was so sore. My glutes were so sore. So I'm really excited to do this program because it's typically not what I'm used to, but I loved the program. So I'm excited for my team and for all of you guys to get to know her.
Yes, thank you, Daniela.
Yeah, I'm in the mom mode. I've got a Lego train going out right at my feet. So I won't take up time, but just guys, keep an open mind. I too got to do this at leadership, and Elise blew me away with just the way that this trumped every expectation that I had. I did not call on Tuesday. Yeah, bud. Yeah, I did not expect it to be this hard. I did not expect to be so sore, and her personality and just bubbly aspect to it all will make everybody fall in love with it. I promise.
I agree. I totally agree. Anyone else? I'm gonna turn this. Okay, so a couple key dates before we jump in as well. Just go over these key dates. Like I said, have a piece of paper and a notepad. This is your time to write down these dates. So the free sample workout is going to launch on BOD on November 25th. Okay, you guys all get a sample workout on November 25th. Coach exclusive, so when you guys are able to get in and start purchasing, is December 3rd through the 15th. And also we're gonna release 10 workouts starting that day. So it's December 3rd through the 15th. So you purchase it on the 3rd, you're gonna be available for the first 10 workouts. At the 15th, they go away. It's just exclusive, which is really awesome. And what a great way to kind of rally the team together to do these 10 workouts and then also recruit to become a coach to get these 10 workouts. To customers launch is on December 16th. So to all your customers, December 16th. The VIP group with Elise starts on January 6th through the 26th. That's the VIP group. And then the VIP early access is January 13th. Okay. Oh, thank you, Keyshawn. Keyshawn just wrote everything in the chat room. You can just copy and paste that as well. BOD launches to the member library on June 1st. Yep. Okay, well, let's stop with all that and let's get right to Elise. Elise, are you on? I believe you are.
Yes, I'm on. Hi, you guys. I love seeing everyone's kids, and I also love that Daniela was saying she's feeding her kids and she has Tabasco in her hand, so getting everyone fired up for Barre Blend. I love it. Thank you so much for having me tonight, you guys. I'm thrilled to be here.
We are seriously so excited to have you here with us. You're just such a great addition to Beachbody, and seriously, like, we need to know everything. So why don't you start by telling us a little about yourself, your story, how Barre Blend came, and we'll just let you take it away.
Sure. Well, thank you. I actually just got back from set, so it's nice to have hair and makeup done by professionals. But I'm Elise. Many of you guys might know me as the yoga expert from the 3-week yoga retreat, and I have a lot of yoga videos on Beachbody On Demand Yoga Studio. And this is such an exciting experience for me to get to be here as the creator of Barre Blend. I will tell you a little bit, I guess, about my background. It's been kind of a long and winding road, as for many of us, to get where we are. I started off as a young girl who had no coordination at all and kept running into glass doors and falling downstairs. And so my mom put me in ballet classes when I was 3 so that I could survive to see 4, basically. And I was hooked from the moment I was in there. I loved to move. I found a lot of my self-expression through movement. I found an ability to just kind of find healing, find joy, find expression, all through dance. And as I got older, I went through school. My parents have PhDs and law degrees from Ivy League universities. They are scientists and now do patent law in their scientific fields. So education was always very highly valued, and with a particular emphasis on biology and understanding human anatomy. So it was just understood I was going to go to college. So I went to the College of William and Mary in Virginia, where I lived. And I started off pre-med thinking, I had this really intuitive relationship with movement. I danced with the Virginia Ballet Company growing up and all through high school. And I thought it would be interesting and fun to have the academic side of that too, like what I can learn about biomechanics, anatomy, the human physiology, and how it all works. So I really enjoyed studying biology and anatomy. And then unfortunately for my parents, I discovered musical theater in college as well. And I auditioned for Guys and Dolls and got cast as a hot box dancer. And I just was infused with the love of theater. So I announced to my parents, I was no longer going to go to medical school. Instead, I was going to go be a Broadway star in New York, like every parent's dream. So my mom almost died of a coronary, but once she came to, and she knew me well enough to know that once I set my mind to anything, I'm all in. So, within a couple days of graduation, I moved to New York City with $600 in my pocket and a dream, basically. And I went to work. I waited tables. I worked in HR. I took any job I could so I would have the freedom to audition, which I did. And this is like all old school, like this is back in the late 90s, where you would get a magazine called Backstage and circle auditions and then literally pound the pavement and wait in line for hours and hours to be seen. But I had a vision, and so I loved it. And I had some good luck. I got my equity card and was fortunate enough to perform in Broadway tours with talent like Tony Curtis and Anne Margaret, and perform for thousands of people a night 8 times a week and live the New York City dream. And I loved it. And what's applicable to this program from that is that I got to continue to evolve and study movement. I got to workshop, in very small groups with dancers at the time who are now Tony-winning choreographers like Andy Blankenbuehler and Josh Burgas, and people like that who kind of created their own form of dance. So from jazz, lyrical, tap, kind of exploring how the human body can move, how it feels. Is it sustainable? 8 shows a week, 8 dance numbers a show. And it was just so exciting. I love learning. So whether it's book learning, which I think is important and educational, or it's real life learning, what are you willing to do? How are you willing to pound the pavement to achieve what you want to achieve? Are you willing to put in the hard work? And then also the movement, just exploring the human body and the amazing things that we're capable of. So just when I was kind of flying high on that and getting some great roles, and I would understudy the leads, a lot of times that meant you went on in front of 2,000 people before you ever had your first rehearsal, which happened to me in every show I was in. No music rehearsal, no blocking rehearsal. Guess what? You're on. You have half an hour with the dance captain downstairs in the basement to kind of learn what you're supposed to do. And, I kind of thrived on that. But about 7 years into that career, I noticed I was on a show and my voice started to become precarious, and I did the teas and the acupuncture and all the things. And I finally went to a doctor, ENT, who determined that I had pre-nodular polyps on my vocal cords that had become vocal nodes. So what that means essentially is it ended my singing career entirely. I lost about 1.5 octaves of range, needed 1 year to 2 years. I think I ended up going 1.5 years of speech therapy. And the first thing I needed was either to choose between a very, very risky surgery and a holistic approach. So I chose the latter, which meant 2 months, no phonating my vocal cords. So no speaking at all. If I wanted to go to Starbucks, I had to write on a whiteboard my order because I wasn't allowed to phonate my cords. So I couldn't go to dance class. I couldn't go to auditions. I just knew too many people and would be too challenged not to talk. But during that time, I found a yoga studio and I thought, oh, I can do yoga. I'm a professional dancer. And I went in and I knew it would be a great physical practice. What surprised me was how amazing it was as an emotional practice for me. I broke down into tears my first time on the mat. All of the emotions of the end of my career, what I perceived at the time as the end of a lifelong dream, kind of came crashing to the forefront, and I felt it, and I cried and I let it out, and I realized I had some emotional things to work through about it, and that using the physical body and movement is a fabulous method of healing. And that's kind of how I found my love for yoga. And I got certified from there. And then, I had a choice to make. I could continue to pound my head against a wall of things that weren't happening. Did I want to try to transition into film or TV where you don't have to sing? But I found myself just loving connecting and teaching people. And I found that when I came to the mat to teach yoga, at first it was all about the anatomy and how it's amazing for your body physically. But when I started kind of sharing my struggles and my story, things that were helping me, I found people just resonated, and my classes got busier and busier, and people were getting, of course, great physical results, but the emotional results was what was more exciting for me. And from there, I just started studying everything. I'm certified in basically everything from Pilates mat, Schwinn cycling, barre, of course, yoga. I've taught everything in the main studio at Equinoxes all over Southern California. And the first thing I got certified in was barre after yoga. And barre was essentially started by a woman named Lottie Burke. She began it. It was called the Lottie Burke method, and that has transformed into what we now know as barre. And my 2 teachers that found me and cultivated me and that I learned from were the direct proteges of Lottie Burke. So they studied for decades with Lottie Burke. And she was an injured dancer who knew she needed physical therapy. She had a major back injury that she was told she may not recover from. But she didn't find physical therapy to be strengthening enough or fast enough at getting her where she wanted to be for her physical results. So she created barre, essentially. And so I think that goes to show that barre is not only therapeutic for the body as far as mobility and stability, spinal support, joint support, and all of these things that will help you do all the other Beachbody programs, but it's also incredibly results oriented. Now, my experience with barre, I love to study things in their purest form and learn and absorb all of that amazing information and then figure out how I can make it better or elevate it or innovate it in some way, which is kind of what I always did, whether it was theater, whether it was yoga, whether it was barre. And I decided that it lacked a little bit of joy of movement that I was used to. It can be very puritanical, classic barre, much like classic Pilates. It's very regimented, and your iliopsoas is doing this and your thoracic spine is doing that, and there's no talk of how it feels for you. It's just this is the anatomy of it. So I got tapped by Equinox to teach barre and ended up kind of sharing some of my crazy ideas of fusing different things into barre. And, they gave me permission and freedom to try it. And my classes became packed and packed and packed, and people loved the movement and the results they were getting. And so I created a class called Burn Bliss that I trademarked and taught that at Equinox in Southern California clubs, and then trained other teachers to teach it as well. And, this was back in 2006, and kept learning about the body, did some DVDs, and I was a writer and contributor for Shape magazine and other big fitness magazines to talk about movement and results in the body. And from there, I just kind of continued to develop and learn. And so Barre Blend is essentially the culmination of 14 more years of experience because I was creating Equinox programs back in 2006. So almost 15 years in July from the date. So 15 years more knowledge, 15 years more experience that I'm bringing. That is the creation of Barre Blend. And it was really Carl, who's such an amazing leader, who had the idea of calling it Barre Blend, which really gives me permission in creating this. And he completely entrusted me to create this programming. We blend boxing, we blend fitness, we blend bar, Pilates, yoga, dance. I blend a little bit of everything to give your body the most epic sense of joy and at the same time the most incredible physical results that I think speak for themselves.
Oh my gosh, I have the chills. So much knowledge behind that. 15 years almost of just learning everything about it. So tell us a bit about like the workout structure, actual Barre Blend. Like what's the workout structure? What are we getting ourselves into for the next 60 days? Give us the background.
Yeah, well, I'm so glad all of you who came to leadership shared and said, please keep an open mind, because I think, it's very hard to explain in words the effect that Barre Blend has, but I think you guys who got to experience it can, and thank you for speaking to that. But I'll give you, basically the overview and then some of the things that I think are particularly unique and innovative about it. It is a 60-day program. Every single workout is unique. It is not, I create 10 workouts and repeat them. Every single workout is completely unique. There will be progression, so it sets you up for massive success, both in feeling accomplished and the results you'll get. So in the 60 days, it is structured as 5 days a week of the Barre Blend classes. And on the weekend, I've created rest and replenish, roll and replenish, and yoga blend classes that you can do. It's very hard for me to express until you feel it, the absolute muscular intensity of this program. Now, it has all that bar burn that you come to expect from a classic old school bar. That's my background. It also has cardio sculpting intervals throughout every single class, which means you get high intensity interval training with low impact options. So these classes are hardcore. They start off in phase 1, 30 minutes. They go to 35 minutes and then 40 minutes. Just to give you a little flavor for the challenge, you guys who are at leadership may have been near the back of day 2 when Amwala and Joel took the class, and 10 minutes in, I could hear them like screaming and writhing in pain in the back. And Amwala came up to me a week later on set and was like, I don't know if I should thank you or curse you, but my butt still hurts. My legs still hurt. Your program is legit, which I consider like the highest praise of the strength of the program coming from Amwala himself. But it is a very strong program. So I am recommending on the weekends that you do these mobility and stretching exercises as well. But I know you're out there. I see you. Those of you who love to impale yourself on fitness, can't get enough burn, can't get enough sweat. I constructed this program. It is perfectly safe for your body to do every day. So unlike when you're lifting heavy weights or you're doing a different kind of strength program where you need rest days, this is mind body, it's mobility, stability, strength, and flexibility based, which means it's healthy for your body, even as challenging as it is. So if you want to do it every day, rock on. And I set you up for success in any way, because one of the things that's really unique about the program, and that I took so much time in comprehensively and intelligently creating the arc of the program, I take you on a journey. It's not just a journey throughout the whole program, but within each class. And there are 3 distinct levels in every single class that are highlighted throughout the entire class. So we have a set modifier for the whole program. She is actually our most aspirational dancer. Her name's Alessandra. She's a young, I think she's turning 25, okay? I myself have recently crossed into my 40s, and I wanted all ages, displayed and on demand here. And Alessandra is a riveting dancer. She's our modifier because I want to message the modifications for this program are no joke. It's not just hang out here, don't go as deep, and don't jump. It is designed for the modifier. So that would be anyone new to fitness, anyone new to bar, anyone 50 or more pounds to lose who might currently be a little uncomfortable in their body, prenatal, postnatal, really anyone. Most of my own personal results, and my body has completely transformed through the programming, are from the modifier and the mid-level. So the modifier is legit. In fact, Amwala was doing some of the modified options. It's that real. Then we have a mid-level option, which is most of the cast and myself. And the cast really reflects everyone. You will see yourself reflected in our cast. We have elite athletes. I see, can people with arthritis do this program? Actually, yes. Of course, you want to consult your doctor, but our modified level actually can help improve things like scoliosis, like arthritis, like, after you've recovered from a C-section. There's a lot of things that this program can do to get your body, because remember, Barre itself is initially based in the idea of physical therapy. So always check with your doctor, but there are options for you. I had designed the program with everyone in mind. Now the mid-level kicks it to the next level. And we have 2 people from our actual test group that I wanted in the cast because they had so many physical results and amazing emotional results, which were elevated confidence, improved relationships, all of these things that the program really changed their lives on multiple levels. One of the women is in her 40s, one of the women is in her 20s. And then we have body positivity, size positivity, age diversity, all kinds of people in the cast. And then they're representing the midline, very strong. And some of them are brand new to fitness, not ringers, never touched their toes before they did the test group. True story. And now slaying it with shredded abs and defined triceps. And then we have a couple elite dancers like Alessandra, our modifier. And then we have 3 girls rotating doing the intensified options who are dancers. And the reason we have 3 is we had to hire 3 extra cast members because no one could intensify 2 days in a row. True story. Professional, elite, athlete, dancers, which is why I wanted to create this program for you for replayability. It is actually designed even for the most elite person to go through 3 times. Do it with the modifier, get your alignment, get your core on point, get the results. Go through, do the mid-level. Mid-level is still no high impact, low or no impact, crazy shredding results. Then your 3rd time through, you want to throw in some jumps and some higher kicks, rock on, you'll follow our intensifier. So what you will get in every class is one of our mottos, which is sweat, burn, smile. So I guarantee you'll sweat. That's our cardio sculpting intervals. Between each body burning strength interval, you'll get a cardio interval, and you will get full body work and toning and strength in every class. And then we have emphasis. Yeah, you were sore for days. I know. But here's the thing. When you progress through the program, I offer stretches that help offset that soreness. And then, of course, beach body recovery and recharge, top of my list for things to help alleviate the soreness, because no matter how strong you are, you will burn, you will shake, you will feel the intensity. And that's good. I'm inviting you out of your comfort zone. People ask me all the time, can you get results with light weights? Well, these are my arms. I used to do heavy weights. This is all Barre Blend arms. I won't show you my abs, but I'm in my early 40s now, and my abs are more shredded than they have ever been when I was a professional dancer, when I was lifting heavy weights, when I was doing yoga. So it's very intense, and it's more about being authentic in the work than looking super impressive. But in the 5 days a week, we get full body work, upper body in every class as well. And then the days, Day 1, classic signature full body Barre Blend class. Then we have a booty day, a cardio day, a core day, and a lean legs day. Every day has all of those things as well. And it's just a really powerful program that I designed to be fun. I personally am not someone who loves cardio. I do it because it's good for us. But I am so proud of this program because I've created some cardio sculpting intervals that are super safe for your body and are a fun way to express yourself. Think of maybe when you were a kid and you used to go out and play on jungle gyms and jump rope and things that were fun. This program is fun, and I wanted to emphasize that as well.
I'm so excited. I can't even contain myself over here. So I know with the challenge packs and with the launch, you have these I Am Daily motivational cards. Tell us a little bit about those.
Yes, so this is the other huge component of the program, because as much as I care about your shredded arms and abs and legs, and at the end of the day, we are a results-based company. It is a results-based program. My results, to stay in integrity, have only done since I booked this job, which was right before Summit, so end of June. All I've done is my own Barre programming and, Barre and my own cardio intervals to make sure I could speak and do the workout at the same time. And so I've seen the results for myself. So for all of you guys out there, most of you, who pretty much everyone I can see on this call, super fit already, you'll still get results. people on your teams or in your circles who have 100 pounds to lose will see results. But more importantly for me is the emotional results, to be perfectly honest. And that's where the motivational cards come in. I want to empower you and anyone who presses play on Barre Blend to feel amazing the other 23 and a half hours of the day that you're not with me. And so I created these cards. They are affirmations. They all begin with I am, and I very carefully and intentionally chose 60 words that resonate with me, that have helped me through hard times, through adversity, through, kind of kinks in my road that I wasn't expecting that threatened to throw me off course. Everything from I am motivated and I am empowered to I am patient, I am compassionate, I am present, I am forgiving. And then they all have a quote underneath, a sentence that it could be an inspiration for the day. And we draw one every day before Barre Blend. Sometimes I draw it at random. Sometimes a cast member draws it. Sometimes our camera guy will draw it. And sometimes I choose ones very intentionally for the program. And I weave that messaging into the program because I want us, men, women, kids, whoever is doing this program, to feel amazing about who you are. I don't want you to wait until you've reached your physical goals to celebrate your worth or to enjoy your life. I want you to, right now, really feel fulfilled and content with who you are and all the amazing things you do as moms, as coaches, as humans, as partners, as people seeking partners, whatever it is. I want to bring that out in you. And I think for me, in my 20 years of teaching group fitness, teaching yoga, teaching all of these things, what I feel like people resonate with the most is the progress and evolution that they find outside of the physical. So, I know a lot of us are women out there. For women, we're often taught to be skinny and be small and take up less space and, be diminutive and be everything, be a mom, be a CEO, be a chef and a laundromat and, change the world and look super hot all the time. And we're so hard on ourselves. And I want to repurpose that dialogue, get rid of mom guilt, get rid of woman guilt, where we feel like if we're not everything to everyone, we're somehow deficient. No, I want you to rise up into your worth, rise up into your power. And I think you will show up more powerfully when you love yourself than when you don't. And, I'd love to see kids. I love seeing your kids. I love seeing your sons and daughters walk in the room. I'd love for you to be able to share the program with them. It's truly so joyful. I think you could learn a lot from your kids. And myself, I was bullied really, really badly in junior high school. If you can imagine, I was a super scrawny, glasses wearing, binating retainer having, headgear I had to unhook at lunchtime. So you can imagine. And for me, going to the bar at night after school, where I could express myself and find my self-worth through movement independent of what was going on around me, I think that's valuable for us at any age.
It really is creating results from the inside out. And that's what that's what you're doing, which is so powerful. Okay, last question. Tell us about the importance of nutrition with this program.
Yeah, as with everything, I think nutrition really is the foundation. And that's one of the reasons that we actually start the program. The first 6 days are nutrition based, meaning the program begins before your first Barre Blend workout begins. And of course, this is a fabulous companion for both of our signature Beachbody nutrition programs. I think 2B Mindset is a phenomenal match because it's all about, getting out of emotional eating and eating for nourishment, finding joy in eating, and also a great match for the Ultimate Portion Fix, so you can kind of take control of your portions and have that awareness as well. We do the VIP challenge pack comes with the nutrition guide, the Beachbody General Guide to Nutrition, and then I've submitted some of my recipes, some of the ways that I personally eat, some of my favorite daily things to do, and I try to keep it really real. I'm not going to sit up here and pretend I'm made entirely of kale juice. I am not. I drink kale juice every day. I drink my Shakeology every day, and aside from that, I eat veggies most, water first. I eat tons of lean protein, ton of veggies, a lot of fish. I'm most largely pescatarian, but I don't cut out food groups, and I enjoy a piece of pizza during an NFL playoff game, and I will drink a glass of wine with my husband at night. So I think it's about balance, and I think one of the amazing things about some of our Beachbody products like Shakeology is that you're getting your daily dose of dense nutrition. So I know when I'm drinking my Shakeology every day that I'm not going to get too off track if I have an indulgence, So the program is real. It's designed for your real life. I know you go to your kids' friends' birthday parties and you go out on dates and you do all these things where you don't want to be ordering a side of celery and a glass of water. So it's designed to be a component to your life, but it is important you are very well nourished, because this program is incredibly and intensely challenging. I'm probably now eating, I want to say, almost twice as many calories as I was before I started production on Barre Blend. And that's the truth. Now, they're good calories. They come from healthy fats, nuts, nut butters. I add a lot of things to my Shakeology to up the healthy fat content and the protein content. But my body has completely changed in the best possible way. I feel stronger and fitter than ever, and I'm well nourished. And that's what I advocate.
I love it. Thank you so much. Okay, I know that was the last question, but one more. What can they expect from you in the VIP group starting in January?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Please join the VIP group in January. You can expect direct access to me. I will answer all your questions. I will give you motivational pep talks. I will give you a little bit of extras. I will also be sharing some of my journaling techniques. If you follow me on social media, and I'm at Elise Joan Fitness on social media, I share a lot about my morning gratitude lists and my evening gratitude lists and things that I do to reconnect throughout the day with my purpose, my passion, my gratitude. So I'll be sharing some of those things with you too that you might be able to implement in your lives. And, any conversations, I'm an open book. I really appreciate all of you guys. Our coaching community is so magical. And I knew that a little bit from the yoga blend, but I wasn't able to go to Teach at Summit or anything. So since going to leadership and super weekends and meeting you guys, and I mean from just got recruited as a coach, brand new coaches, to you guys out there who are, leading and bringing wellness to many thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people. I'm so inspired by you and how you balance your families and yourself and your work. So the VIP or access group is really to support you. How can I support you in your business, your goals? And I'll answer any questions, honestly. And I think that's one of the things. It's an opportunity for us to connect and see how I can support you in your visions as well.
I'm raving over here and my mute's on. So, okay, well, I'll be at the VIP group. I hope all of you guys are at the VIP group. We cannot wait. Make sure you guys are inviting your customers to try the free sample on November 25th. Talk to your people about this. Invite your people to this program. It's getting ready to launch, and it's going to be huge. And we're all going to get these amazing results and have Elise's arms, which I cannot wait
yes,
to have.
I can guarantee it. Our cast, I have to share with you, they've had to get all new wardrobes halfway through filming because we had a couple body positivity people who now are body positivity still, but in a completely different way because they've gone down 2 sizes and they have to buy new pants. So, and this is in a couple of weeks of filming Barre Blend. So you guys, I'm really excited for the results you'll feel. And I just am really thankful for you. If you have questions or ways I can support you leading up to the launch, DM me on Instagram. I do dedicate an hour to an hour and a half at night to answer any questions that my coaches send me. I care about you, and I know it's because of you that I have any outreach, because otherwise I'd be doing Barre in my husband's office here in our tiny apartment by myself. So thank you for allowing me to share my passion, and I just really appreciate you guys.
Oh my gosh, seriously, thank you so much for being with us. Last thing, just so you guys all are aware, make sure you guys check out the coach office, and there's tons of great support materials and promotional assets, and you can see a lot of before and afters back there, so go check your online office. It's amazing. I looked at it yesterday. Elise, thank you so much. We're out of time. I hope you guys all have a great night, and we'll see you on January 6th.
Can't wait.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.